Hello everyone, and welcome back to a Let's Play of Thief 2, The Metal Age. Where we last left off, we had explored some more of this secrets-ridden manor. Can't really call it a manor though, can we? It's more just a mansion. Manor implies generations of people that have lived here. And we're kind of stuck in some really tight corridors here. Where on earth are we going to go from here? Because if I remember correctly, we walked past this guard and kind of pissed him off.
Just gonna go up and tell him, no more guard duty. 6 taffin years guard duty. I'm gonna put my finger up and say, I've had enough. And that's it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, good luck with that, buddy. I don't know if flashballing would actually... Would that alert him or not? That's something I'm not really sure about. But this apparently wraps around to the back? Somewhere? Very confusing. I don't know if this guy ever turns around. But... today, I don't know how much we're actually going to be talking about this game, because we have a release coming up very, very shortly
I don't think it's true at all what they said.
of another game that was released by Looking Glass Studios.
I just believed him like a taffhead.
That being System Shock. Not System Shock 2, but System Shock 1.
Not true at all.
The rights to both of those games were acquired by a little-known studio called Night Dive, and they took it upon themselves to remake the entirety of System Shock 1 from the ground up to bring it into quote-unquote the modern era of gaming. And I have a few things to say about that. This is pre-release, so I haven't actually played the game aside from the demo on the medical deck they released years ago now at this point. But I want to talk about the original games first and what the impact was. System Shock 1 was a game that released actually around the same time as Doom originally did. Back in 1993. That was kind of the era of 3D games being released and with sprites and everything. And the release of Doom kind of shook the idea of what games could be and what they were capable of on hardware back in the day. System Shock did the same thing, but on a very different focus. Doom brought into perspective that first-person action games could be a thing. That you could have massive levels and explore with keys and whatnot. What System Shock did was it brought that first-person action kind of aspect into a world where you could have a bunch of different physics systems interacting with each other in some very intricate ways to create an immersive world. And it's something that Looking Glass had actually kind of already done while they worked on the Ultima Underworld series. That was actually produced by them, or it was developed by them, and then published and produced by EA Games. I'm gonna try something stupid here.
Something there.
I'm amazed he didn't hear me, considering I was...
Where are you?
Yeah, he heard me. Alright. So there's actually no reason to come back here, is there? Oh no, there is. Okay, so there is a reason to go back there. That's actually really good to know. Because there's an entire secret passage. Okay, so let's not walk on the tile this time.
Something there.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay.
Looks like it's nothing.
There we go. Okay. I might actually go ahead and use a moss arrow here. Immersive sims and games being in first person were actually nothing new to Night Dive. They had done that in the Ultima Underworld series, which was released in like 91 or 92. So they had been around for quite a while, but they were in this weird sort of place where it was in more of an RPG setting, and you didn't have much of the... Oh, I'm stuck. I'm actually stuck. Are you serious? Oh, there we go. They didn't have a huge amount of voice acting or anything like that to make the world come alive more, and they didn't have the same kinds of systems that were implemented into System Shock. But the base formula was already there.
Odd noise. Noise stopped. Guess it was nothing.
System Shock brought forward what they learned from developing Ultima Underworld and making it into this really cool kind of cyberpunk video game. And not quite inventing a genre, but bringing that kind of genre into the video game world.
Who's there?
And then it also introduced a really cool protagonist by the name of Showdown, etc., etc.
I don't see anything now.
Then System Shock 2 was made, and that's kind of the game that became a cult classic, right? People that played it were like, this is one of the best games I have ever played. Even into the modern day, people would play it and go, how have I not heard of this game? This game is amazing. But for some reason, I don't know if it was advertising or what, the word never really got out on the game until long after Looking Glass Studios was gone. And System Shock 1 was not quite in the same boat, but for what it made up for in press release, when it hit store shelves, it was held back by the sheer size of the game, as well as the original UI that was in place. The game was very hard to control until a mod was released for it many years after its release that kind of modernized it into the more traditional WASD mouse look function that we have for most modern shooters. Night Dive wanted to bring that forward and modernize it, but based on what I've seen, because I ended up backing the game, you know, ooh, it's System Shock, cool, I'd love to see a remake of this and what people can do. Night Dive brought on people from the original team, but there was a lot of mismanagement of the funds, of the direction of the remake, that it goes to show that even if you have experience publishing and you've modded a lot of games, it's not the same thing as making a brand new game from scratch. You suddenly have all this money accessible to you, and it's very easy to run into the issue of scope creep. Which is kind of what Night Dive ran into. They got a little too big for their britches, and it shows. kind of tarnish their reputation. So I'm saying all of this to both say that I do plan to make a video on it, and I also don't have high hopes for how the remake of System Shock is going to hold up to the original. I mean, we see this a lot, right? Where games will have remasters or even remakes. This is like a thing that has taken a grip on the gaming industry since 2015. Just remaking or remastering everything. Because, I don't know, the game industry has run out of ideas or they want to modernize stuff. And the squeaking door is going to be the death of me. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and quick save here. Because we should be able to get to a dark place right here. Yeah, there we go.
Probably just the wind.
Anyway, that's my whole spiel on it. We'll just have to see how the remake turns out. What all Night Dive managed to do. And time will tell, I guess. Oof. A little closer comfort, though. This could get really tricky, because I don't know where I want to go from here. On the bright side, at least we're getting a remake at some point, you know? The game series isn't completely dead in the water. Because System Shock 3 apparently is no longer a thing. From what I've heard, anyway. But yeah. Plus, lack of transparency about situations regarding the game and stuff like that. Ooh. All to say I don't have high hopes for the remaster that Night Dive made. Which is too bad, because they've done a lot of bringing forward games that, you know, kind of fell to the wayside in abandonware and whatnot. So you had to sometimes risk your system if you didn't know where to go to acquire some of these older titles that half the time wouldn't even work. Thief, to bring it all back around, Thief has actually been really fortunate. One of the things that the people at Looking Glass did was they divided the rights up amongst both publishers and the development house and individual people within the company, so that the rights wouldn't belong to any one individual and create, you know, kind of a monopoly, so to speak. This was both a blessing and a curse, because Thief, part of the rights for Thief were obtained by Eidos, where Eidos Interactive published the Thief games. Thief 1, Thief 2, even Thief 3, and because they had the rights to it, they created the reboot, so to speak, Thief 2014, which was a catastrophe, so to speak. People that had never played Thief before got into the series because of that game and went, ooh, what's this? But anybody that had actually played the games previously looked at it and went, this is probably the worst thing that they could have done, short of completely remaking the game's identity. And that's something else I might actually talk about later on as we continue through this series. I do plan on eventually playing through Thief 4. I don't think it's so bad as to like not play it at all, but it is easily the worst out of all of the Thief games. It's hard to classify it as a Thief game beyond the title. Like the spirit's kind of there, but it's very watered down. It's a little too modernized, if that makes sense. It has all the bad things about a modernized title, and none of the good elements of what made the original classics of these games so good and so memorable for so many people. Which was ironically carried on much better in the spiritual successor of Dishonored, which was released by Arcane Studios, which ironically was actually mostly composed of people that worked at Looking Glass Studios, believe it or not. So it kind of makes sense. Of course, Arcane has been going in some strange directions lately, but that's another story entirely. I don't know how much of that is Bethesda being a dip, and I don't know how much of that is Microsoft being a dip ever since they acquired Bethesda. So, you know. Will we ever know the answer to these questions? Probably not. But then again, we've learned what happened to Looking Glass, so who knows.
Not again.
I think this is our best bet. Oop! Okay, this is my last water arrow, but I think it's worth to use it here. I don't see anybody in here. Some very odd instruments around here. Let's see, is there anything in the fireplace here? Probably not, but... yeah, it doesn't look like it. Alright, it was worth a look. I don't see anything up on the shelves either. Might there be something on the rafters? We do have a single vine arrow. That's the vine arrow itself. And we actually have an entire network of beams up here that we could explore on. So we might actually take this path instead. See if we can find anything interesting up here. And I actually hear... yeah, there's a camera here. Okay, interesting. So we have access to all of the hallways up here. Well, this will make traversing a little easier. Guess I should have saved that water arrow, huh? Oh well. Is there anything of interest around here? I'm not seeing a whole lot of anything. Oh, we can interact with this? Precursor mask. What on earth is this for? It's not loot. Huh. So what is that for then? Ooh, ooh. Almost messed up there. This area seems very empty. I guess the only people that we have around here are guardsmen, so... another mask. So, is there something where we need to grab all the masks and hang them up here, or are these masks used for a different purpose entirely? I don't know. Nothing there, nothing there. Alright. Watch the fireplace in the middle there have something that I need to interact with, and I won't know because I didn't check. The one place I didn't check. So what are these for? So these aren't even instruments, huh? These are displays. I feel like my line of thinking kind of reflects something that can happen a lot in archaeology, is misidentifying the use cases of a lot of various objects that you can come across. Are there any other doors around here? I'm not seeing any. I think we can just get down from here now. Can I... Oop. Am I stuck? I guess I was stuck. Whatever. Okay, so there's that. So there's exhibitions. There's something beyond the terrarium. I don't know how we can access this area because there's the one camera right here. So I'm guessing there's either an area here that we could access that would open up to whatever's back here, or there's a way to shut this camera off. Or maybe there isn't, I don't know. Oh my. There's a lot going on here, huh? I don't like how there's a big open room with a table sitting in the middle of it. That is rather concerning. Especially considering that there's all of this around here. What is the deal? Huh. What is the deal? I do not know. Either way, getting some very odd vibes, and I'm not sure I like it very much. And this is it? There's nothing accessible beyond here? There has to be more to this, right? Why would they just have a big empty room with a single exhibition table? I am not sure. Is there anything in these little nooks here? Okay, the camera's right there. Cameras are deaf though, so we don't need to worry about that too much. And I can't open doors apparently. There we go. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what these precursor masks are actually for. Just flop that right there. I don't think I checked here, did I? Let's just check here and make sure there's nothing that I missed in this fireplace either. Do my due diligence and all that. Yeah, I don't see anything there. So... Well, I don't think this room would have the secrets in it, so... But what room would? And what even would be the secret? Yeah, this seems awfully blocked off to lead anywhere. Seems like a bug with the lighting texture right there. What is it, this button? Yeah, there we go. Been a little bit since I played Thief. I feel like that happens every single time. So how would I get past the terrarium then? Because it doesn't look like this window opens. Otherwise it wouldn't just be a flat texture, we'd be able to see outside. And these are not interactable, because it's not letting me highlight them at all. Okay. So I have no idea what those could be used for. Oop, I'm stuck. There we go. Okay, this could be a bit of a tricky jump, but... Nice. Would that be a dangerous fall? I feel like that fall would hurt. Just call it a hunch. What's not true? Yeah, that hurt. That's not too bad, though. Okay, probably shouldn't have run into the room like I did, but... With the door closed, nobody should be hearing me. So there's an entire bedroom up here, too. What is... It's a study, huh? Study for who? Gervasius? The inventor here? Mr. I like my secret tunnels? And I can't tell if that's a door back there or what. It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? But at the same time, I don't know. You never know with these places. It could be purely decorative and they never actually light it. It could... Aha! I see you there. I sees ya there. This another study? It is another study. Interesting. Okay, just in case there's somebody in here. I know I'm click-clacking everywhere, but... Okay, this is the proper study. Jeez, the dude had like 3 desks next to him? Why? I mean, I get needing a lot of workspace for stuff, but... 3 desks? Seems a little much. If you're all that tall, that room would feel a little claustrophobic, at least to me. Cut down the tapestries, make sure there's no secret switches hidden anywhere. So getting out of here is going to be tricky. Oh, there's another one right here. Where is this? Little hiding room? Is that all this is? Well, glad we didn't find any bodies. That's something at least, right? I also feel like there's not a whole lot of loot around here. Because we have how much? I mean, I guess we have 1865 in loot, but that's still not a lot considering how massive this place is. I guess it keeps a lot of the money off-site or something like that, or just hidden away in a really tight spot. Because most of the money we've seen so far has been in tips, right? Or in guards' pouches. Okay, this is the area with a torch next to it, so let's go into the other room. Problem is this place is lit up pretty well too.
Can't the guy nap around here? I guess it's nothing now.
That was close.
Who's hey? Stop!
Ah, he saw me.
there.
Damn it. That was a good try. I didn't realize how close I was to him. And of course he takes a completely different path this time.
Strange noises. Third time this shift. I gotta calm down.
Okay, whoop. There we go.
I guess it's nothing now.
Okay, I want to see if he'll go to another part of the room at some point. No, he won't. That's a little annoying, isn't it? I mean, he could have always just jump up to the rafters, I suppose, but still.
What's that? Come out now, whoever you are.
Whoop.
Who's making all that noise?
All right. I hear you.
Ah, I fucked up.
Come out in the open at
All
once.
right, where are you?
Come out and fight me.
Okay, hopefully we're... Yeah, no. I think he got fully alerted. That's annoying. This mission's hard, huh? Yeah, smart use for the water arrow would have been to use it on that torch there. So I can get up into these rafters without worrying too much.
Huh? What?
Who? Oh, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it?
Ah, hey!
This is not working very well, is it? All I want to do is get over there.
Can't the guy nap around here?
Nope, no naps for you, buddy.
Maybe next time.
Aw, he heard that? Come on.
Dead, I tell you, as soon as I find you! Looks like it's nothing.
Okay, he alerted for a very short time. How considerate.
Who's making all that noise? I've had enough of you!
Ah. Why does everything have to be tile?
Put my finger up. Someone say something. Maybe next time.
I think what I want to do, actually, is just plop one right there. And hopefully that'll be enough where I can just run.
Not again.
Yeah, here we go.
What's that?
Probably just the wind.
Okay, should be good here.
Seems peaceful enough now.
Fingers crossed. Thank goodness for that. Okay, and then I should be able... Nice. To just launch that right there. Whew. Okay, this is getting interesting. I am liking this, though. Reminds me of the Valve development video I remember watching. There's a really fun video released by Game Maker's Toolkit that talks about the secret of Valve's development, or secret formula, or whatever. And in one of them, it talks about lessons that Valve has learned from... Because one of the big things is that Valve play tests all the time. You know, they have such a large development group that they can afford to do a lot of in-house testing with their own team. And what was it? The 3 biggest lessons they learned is the most invaluable form of playtesting is in-person playtesting, because you can see how someone's reacting in real time. There was something else. And then the third thing was that players never look up. And it's true. We get so stuck on what's in front of us that we forget to look up or under or around stuff, you know? We live in a 3D world, but we seem to forget that half the time. And I think that's not just true of players, I think that's also true of just regular people. A lot of people just forget to look up sometimes. And every time I go into a place with multi-story buildings, I'm reminded of that fact by a book called Roof World. I think I've talked about it a while before. A long while back during my Thief 1 Let's Play. I may have actually mentioned it earlier in this Let's Play as well, but it's been long enough I don't remember. People just don't look up, and there's an entire society of people that can live on the roofs of buildings. Roof World specifically takes place, I believe, in London. So, the roofs there are a little bit lower for the most part, but still same principle. People get so preoccupied with their lives that they look straight ahead and not anywhere around them, just kind of exploring the world that they live in, you know? Many people are born curious, but that is often not fostered. That is often drilled out of us. We are taught to push forward, have one goal in mind. That's kind of it. Instead of seeing the world around us and exploring possibilities and everything, and we just kind of forget that sometimes, huh? But I digress.
Making all that noise.
Ooh. Oh.
Dead, I tell you, as soon as I find you.
I'm assuming that's downstairs. This is a problem. Where is this even? Oof. Where does that go? Okay. That's just a straight drop off? Weird. Why would that just drop off there? Huh. So... Okay, so we don't need that anymore. Put that there. Yeah, I have no idea what these precursor masks are for. We got 3 of them. What are they used for? I do not know. Do we need to mirror that somehow over here? No, there's more. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. So now we have metal precursor masks on this side. Interesting. So what are these precursor masks then? What's the deal with them? So that gives us 4 precursor masks, 3 of which are leather by the looks of it, and then another which seems to be steel. Or some sort of metal or alloy, maybe bronze, perhaps? Huh. Where would we use those? I'm kind of thinking that has to be the terrarium, right? Let's pass the foyer. Ooh, don't want to fall down there. There we go. It's looking down on the grounds there. And the terrarium's right there. Okay. Well, down we go, I suppose. There's nowhere to hide here, is there? Okay, here we go. That's a little better. Okay, well, it's been 40 minutes, so I guess next time we'll explore into here and see if we can get past the camera, see if these precursor masks have anything to do with the room beyond. And we'll find out. Yeah, until next time, guys. Man, it's been a while. I forget how to do outros and stuff like that. Until next time, everyone, have a wonderful day. And take care. Until then. Yeah, I don't even remember how to do outros. It has been way too long doing streaming and then coming on to here. It's like, how do I record a video even? How do I do an outro? But yeah, until the next video, everyone, have a wonderful day, and take care. I'll see you then. Bye for now.